equally outstanding conversation. And I don't mind saying this from Delhi to Bangalore. Via NCR, via Bombay, I finally had to take a little loop and come to Hyderabad to know how the moderation needs to be done online. Yeah. So I think beautifully, very balanced and outstandingly done that. Rahul, Nikhil, Ravi, Umesh, great insights. I think I can only say that innovation doesn't need to be disruptive. I think that's something which came out of the consensus, but beautifully done. Moving forward, I think CEO Lounge is just not about work. We also think that the leaders have a life beyond work as well, and leaders like you all have huge fan following too. So there's the other side which we all want to see too. So let's spend 5 minutes in knowing you guys a little bit more, and probably I'll start with Umesh. And Umesh, you're a face of the chairman's office at Aditya Birla Group, and as we would like to know, is there a humorous side of Mr. Birla as well? Maybe some light on that.
Now you're putting me in a spot, Deepak. I think he has. And I think the humorous side is quite subtle, and and everyone in the room, including the senior leadership, to everyone, I would say, appreciates his subtle style of humor.
Great. So I won't put you more spot in asking some examples, but that's for a offline conversation. And yeah. I always believe that XIM had a great cricket team. Umesh, were you part of that cricket team?
Unfortunately, no, because there are many good players. So who were fitted in that top 11? And unfortunately, I missed out.
But you still play? Do you still follow the sport?
Sometimes, yeah, I follow the sport and sometimes play. Now, in our scheme of things, in our Aditya Birla Group, being such diverse businesses across, 19 sectors, and with so many people, every year we have a corporate sports program. It is not only cricket, but cricket, football, and even indoor games. So which gets conducted once a year. And I think as senior leaders, we also participate so that, everyone in the organization get encouraged through that and get motivated. So yes, I do.
Great. And Ravi, entrepreneurship or a VC, which role did you really enjoy more in your life here?
Well, I was cheating even when I was an investor. I was trying to also wear the entrepreneurial hat. So entrepreneurship, I guess, or working very closely with entrepreneurs, really helping them with the not just the day-to-day, but also helping them kind of step back and take a much larger view. Challenging them like none other, to get them out of their comfort zones and look at the possibilities is something that I enjoyed. While I was doing that for myself, for some time, I decided I would do it for a few companies. And now I'm looking to do this for an entire ecosystem. So it's definitely something that I enjoy more than just the investments. I do that, but that usually is on a personal basis.
Great. Just a question, Ravi. Has any startups in your T-Hub portfolio shut their business due to this pandemic? Has that happened, or probably they have completely changed their business strategy, business model, because what's happening in the world at this point of time?
So there are some startups that have shut down, and I think that's the nature of the game. And if we can expedite their shutting down, I think that's a good job that we are doing from our side. There's no need to belabor the point and help extend their time or help get them to spend more money when they don't need to, because these guys will come back stronger and do something much larger next time around. So definitely this is a process that startups already subscribed to by saying I'm going to take risks. I'm going to take take the possibility of having to shut down when things are not exactly right. Because the markets have shifted, and the demography and the demands and patterns have shifted. So there's no reason for you to continue down that path. Some people have pivoted, and places where you would pivot is not enough and cash is not there in the bank, you just have to shut down.
Great point. Nikhil, you're probably one of those very small percentage of students who get into the prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences. You finished MBBS from there. What really made you move out of being a doctor to a completely unrelated field? What was that thing that really made you take that decision?
I think it's a journey again. It's not a one-time sort of a decision. So as a doctor, when I realized that I'm not really enjoying my life, I'm not really enjoying my work, then I wanted to see something, what will I do? And I had no answers. Quite honestly, I had no idea what really is that I would love to do. Then the process of elimination started. I knew what I don't like. So medicine I didn't like. So similarly, I didn't want to go to finance because they're very similar. Rules, and that's how you go left, you right, and that's all. You live your life by a book and evidences and all. Then MBA was a starting point. I had no clue what will happen to life. Will I starve? Will I have food to eat? But whatever it is, I got to take those chances, right? I mean, you only live once, and in that life, if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? I mean, worst that I was always prepared for the worst. I had a backup plan called chai bechunga, and I can make a decent tea. Like I can put ginger and little bit of sort of cardamom, and it comes out nice. So I knew कि चाय बेच के अपना जुगाड़ हो जाएगा. So
चाय बेचने में कंपटीशन बहुत है निखिल यार.
हाँ नहीं कंपटीशन तो हर जगह है. तो कहाँ नहीं? बाकी जगह नहीं है. Competition हर जगह है. It's just about what you can do great. And I was confident कि चाय ठीक बनाता हूँ. So my backup plan was sorted, and then it was just a process of elimination from one journey to another, to another, to another. And I think now I've found my calling and my love. 5 years, not even regretted a single minute of why I sort of left my well-established career of medicine, and that's it. I mean, it just takes time. It just takes some fears to be addressed, and then it eventually process of elimination takes you there. It has to. I mean, that's design.
Great. I just hope that you remain the in-house doctor for Zolo. I mean, that's something which, so that your learnings keep come in use out there.
Zolo must be one of the safest places to stay during the pandemic.
Oh, it is indeed. We started our WHO practices 10 days before WHO announced it as pandemic. Because
Not surprised.
Yeah, it was looking quite obvious that this thing is now going to take a whole different shape. And we've been able to actually contain it very, very beautifully in last, I think that's where, in fact, I had written one post that sometimes dots connect. People used to ask me, doctor ban ke aap co-living kyun kar rahe? I'm like, now I'm using it and I'm using it for like a big advantage.
Good. So Murli, life of a consultant is too much on the airplane, and now you're kind of restricted at home. So what's happening in your life beyond your work? And don't tell me BJP, because that's something which Hyderabad folks won't like to listen to. So tell us something. What's keeping you busy these days?
Other than the now most hated Zoomification of our world, and Hangouts is our flavor in PwC. I do quite a bit of sport. I recently got an opportunity to lose to Jwala Gupta, and then I made my punchline, I only lose to world champions in badminton. So at least I have the privilege to lose to her. And other things which keep me busy is that I'm trying my hands at a local brewery here to prepare a double hopped IPA. IPA is not exactly very good with Indian palate, so I'm trying a little milder, but double hopped, so you have a nose and you have a tongue both. That was a dream. If I can't work in a brewery, at least in the evenings I can go and shake a leg there. Last but not least, I have done 2 Tollywood movies, but I always say because of nepotism, as Kangana Didi says, I've been suppressed. Hope.
Excellent, Murli. You know, that's really amazingly talented. Yeah, wonderful. And Rahul, with this new amazing look, is Bombay the calling? Or
There were
or
some
are you
reasons that
happy in
Murli talked about.
Bangalore?
I was thinking first of going to Bombay, but now I'm thinking I'll go straight to Hollywood because there's no point. With all the nepotism, there's no point wasting time there.
And have you started work on the next book, or is the moonshot still keeping you busy?
No, I've started thinking about it. So the next book, I intend to make it a lot more deeper, on specific topics like the one we're talking about today, not like a journey or a history book, but that would need some time to actually go very detailed into specific topics that go into VC or entrepreneurship. So yeah, started thinking definitely.
Brilliant, excellent. You know, and Rahul, as I said, we're not going to let you go unless until you sum up the today's conversation in your beautiful voice. Yeah.
There are a lot of people on this call. I'm sure they have better voices.
No, Rahul, go ahead. Come on.
But to the journey theme that we have today, I'll sing a song of hope. So I'll please excuse for very untrained voice. आ चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले आ चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले सूरज की पहली किरण से आशा का सवेरा जागे सूरज की पहली किरण से आशा का सवेरा जागे चंदा की किरण से धुलकर घनघोर अंधेरा भागे चंदा की किरण से धुलकर घनघोर अंधेरा भागे कभी धूप खिले कभी छाँव मिले लंबी सी डगर न खले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले.
Superb, yeah, Rahul. Superb. Too good.
Thank you.
Too good, Rahul. Too good, as always. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I think outstanding conversation. It was great fun, great insights. And I hope the audience also really gained a lot from the today's session. And I look forward to seeing you all and the audience next weekend, next Saturday at 11 o'clock with another interesting topic with new set of leaders. Until then, take good care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay safe. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thanks, Deepak. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Murli.
Thank you very
You
much.
conducted it very well, Murli.
Thank you, Murli. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. It was
Okay,
really
bye.
beautiful. Stay hopeful, stay connected. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.